In this video, I'm going to be showing how I made a pantry shelf out of 3/4 inch scrap plywood using pocket holes to hold it together. I first like to do this in my book and then follow along that way. It makes life a lot easier. So to start, I'm ripping these pieces down that I've already cross-cut. They're about 8 inches wide. You can make this whatever size that you need for your space. These are cross pieces that are going to be glued to the back side. Alright, now it's time to do the pocket holes. And I have Craig's biggest pocket hole machine and I love it. It's not 100% necessary. You can even just make your own pocket hole jig, and there's plenty of those videos online. It's a huge time saver for me as a professional. It's nice to just pull it out and get the job done really quick. This thing was like $400. I've had it for 3 years already, and every time I pull it out, I just love it. But you can also use the little jigs. I think that they just screw on. They might do 2 holes at once. I've never used one before. So I'm doing, I did 2 holes on each side and then 2 holes on the stringer piece, and now that's getting glued on. And these are the shelf units. I was going to put that little piece that's glued on straight up in the back, and I realized I could flip it upside down and save some space really, and be able to push something to the back of the shelf. So I have my pocket holes facing up on accident, and that's just not a big deal. So all these are getting glued and crown stapled, and the staple's just holding it in place until the glue dries, and the glue's really doing the work, which still is probably overkill in this, but I felt like one thing needed to be glued. So one thing you didn't see me do is cut the side pieces in this video, and they're just 8 inches wide, and right now they're 8 feet tall, and it's just ripped down in the table saw. And so now I'm laying out all of my shelves, and it really doesn't matter your distance. And I think I found the easiest thing to do was just to lay them out where you want them and then screw in all of one side. You can see I marked it out. I did not follow my markings. So screw in one side and then transfer your marking to the other side and then match that. Also, I wouldn't glue in the shelves. That way you can move them later. Gluing is just way overkill. Maybe if you have something really, really heavy on these shelves, then you might want to glue it for the extra strength, but it's just definitely not necessary. So I made a mistake and I forgot to cut down the side pieces to the height of my ceiling. So now I'm just marking that part out and shortening it. And then I end up just moving the last 2 top shelves down a little bit. So my camera stopped working when I did the stain, but here I am just putting some plastic down on the table. And I had a black stain just in the shop, so that's what I used, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It looks great. Kind of blends in all of the hodgepodge of plywood that I had. It kind of all looks the same, and it blended in really nice in the back of our laundry room. So this project took me about an hour to an hour and a half to do, and it was definitely worth it. I'm happy with how it turned out. Thanks for watching, guys.